stop. This is your moment today to pause and reset. And today's session is really about self-compassion in a very unique way. Nowadays, we're constantly asking ourselves to be happy, to be up. We don't give ourselves those moments to feel sad, which is part of life. I don't know if you've seen the movie Inside Out, but it's really about honoring all the different emotions that we have. If there's anger, if there's sadness, it's really what we do with those emotions, right? But so many times we squash them down, or we want us to feel better. The other day, a lovely client I had here in the retreat center in Quinta Marugo was saying, yeah, there are days when I wake up terrible and I do everything I can, and it's like Teflon, nothing works. And maybe what needs to work is pure acceptance. So I'm going to invite you to do something. I'm going to invite you to take your left hand and make a big fist, a strong fist, not a big one, a strong fist. Okay, with your right hand, I'm going to invite you to try and open it. Come on, change. Come on, feel better. I want you to be different. Just try and see what happens with your left wrist, with your left hand. I don't know about you, but what happens to my left hand is that it tightens even more. The more I try and open it, the more it tightens. Okay? Put your right hand down, and now keep the left fist still tight. And now put your hand underneath and say, you know what? It's okay. I accept that right now you're going through a difficult moment. It is absolutely okay. You're doing the best that you can with what you have. It's okay. I accept this. I accept the moments that you're having. And just see what happens. What's happening to me, I don't know if it's happening to you, is this hand, the fist slightly softens. And once it softens, then there's a sense more of being able to have a dialogue. Instead of just this resistance that we have to forcing ourselves to change, to be different to who we are and how we are in that moment. It doesn't mean taking full responsibility for things that we do. Like I mentioned in my last video, when there are moments when we're not kind, we can make amends, we can apologize, we can learn from that. What is it that triggers us? What is it that we can do to take care of ourselves so that we're less triggerable? But it's always about radical self-responsibility. The thing is, radical self-responsibility comes with radical self-acceptance. And acceptance in the moment, which doesn't mean apathy. It just means I accept what is in the moment, and that energy that I'm using for resisting, instead of resisting, I can use it for, if I can do something, I can do it. If not, just allow for things to be, especially for our emotions to be. Nowadays, there's just this push. I've got to feel good. I've got to feel up. I've got to have 2,000 likes. I've got to have this. I've got to have that. We're putting ourselves under so much pressure, that of course then there are going to be all these unpleasant emotions of sadness, frustration, guilt, shame, of not being good enough. Good enough to whose standards? Anyway, I wish you all the best. And remember, in moments like this, when you're actually accepting yourself, you can use coherent breathing. So breathing into 5 and breathing out to 5. So let's do this together. If you feel like closing your eyes, you can close your eyes. And breathing and embodying and filling up the whole 5 seconds as you breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out. 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, we're breathing in through the nose, and we're going long, slow, and deep. If 5 is too long and you're making too much of an effort, you can start with 3 and then go to 4 and move up to 5. So let's do 4, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4, breathing in, 2, 3, 4, breathing out, 2, 3, 4. And during your day, when you have those pauses where you do this breathing, you can just imagine this thing of just holding and saying, this is a difficult moment, and it's okay. I can feel like this. Thank you. Have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.